something that, you know, that's a clear sight on something instead of being your perspective. Uh,
Yeah, that's my point. So I appreciate that you say that, but that's actually my point is that not how I see it, not how that's not what I feel that I experience it that way. I think that's how it is. So even though I really appreciate that you said those things, that's how I feel. That's the truth. That's
I
what
know.
we don't want to see. That's the ugly truth. That's like we are friends and we are in relationships to use the other person. Like if you, I don't know, if you are in love with someone and you really want them, you don't care if they want you or them. Like you want them to want you so they don't run away. But if it comes to like if they tell you that okay, I'm gonna be either unhappy for the rest of my life with you, or we break this up, and you go like, yeah, I don't care, just stay with me and be unhappy. Like it's about for me in this deal is to use for stay with me, and so we just exploit the other. Exploit is I'm not sure if exploit or use is the word that I would use because it's no, it's more like use because we use each other
We can do
and
both.
yeah, yeah, it depends. Yeah, that's it. But I think so. It's just back and forth. I like to think like if you do something good with someone, you do favor. Like I just had this situation the other day. I didn't actually have the situation, but I had the situation in my head. Uh, that was I don't know created by some situation I think. Uh, that if you are nice to someone, yeah, it was yeah, yeah. If you are nice to someone to you, and then if you give someone something, then you expect them to be even nicer because you are nice to them. That's a favor thing. Like you are nice to someone, so they would be nice to you. Like if you know that someone is nice to you, no matter how you treat them, most people are gonna treat them badly because you don't need to treat them. Like you don't. It's a favor that you don't need to return. I don't know. I like to put it. I know it sounds raw, but it's like if you are nice to someone, you do them a favor, and you expect them to be nice to you. So it really sounds like a favor to me. So if you are nice to someone and they are not nice to you, then you just get upset because wait,
Yeah,
I was nice to
because you're
you
disappointed, and
because you didn't
disappointment.
return your favor. You're
No,
disappointed
no,
because they didn't return a favor.
you're
I was
this,
nice to you. Why weren't you nice to me? Like
you're
you
this.
give someone something, and when it comes to them to give it to you, then they don't give you the
Yeah.
thing. Like
So you're
okay,
this.
I gave something to you, but still, if they are nice to you, you are still sort of okay with it. But if you give someone something and they don't give you from theirs and they don't even nice to you, and then you just have it coming up the thought that you just want to say that wait, I gave something to you and I was even nice to you, like I gave you something, okay, you don't give it back, but at least be nice to me. Don't tell me you never had that thought
So
because everyone was in the situation.
expectations, yeah. But that's about,
Favor,
so
yeah, yeah, you
yeah.
expect
So
something in return,
people not meeting your expectations and you're disappointed.
but you can dress
But
it
it's not a
whatever you
fair.
want.
Yeah,
It's a disappointment of not returning the favor.
yeah. No, it's a disappointment. People not meeting your expectations. Because still,
Expectation
I
of
wouldn't
returning
call
the
it
favor.
a favor because it's not a favor. It's a kind act of kindness. Is an act of whatever it is, and
I
it's
know
just
that
an
you
act.
wouldn't, but that's what it is. It's a favor. If I give you something and I expect the same thing in return, that's a favor.
but
or a deal or exchange,
yeah,
whatever you
but
call
yeah,
it.
exchange deal, favor, they all require like an agreement, because a favor is an agreement. If
Mm,
there's no agreement, it's not favor.
it comes automatic. It comes naturally. I don't like
And
that's why it
there
doesn't
I would
qualify.
then
But
I would
it's
call expectations, because and here comes the expectations and the disappointment of not
it's
people
not
not meeting.
straightforward enough. It's not straightforward enough. You cannot, like, if you make an equation, you need a on the square plus b square. You don't need equals c square, right? You don't need a square plus 2 plus 3 minus 5 equals the same whatever minus 5 should, like, you don't need extra stuff. That's why you just,
Okay.
if you want to understand something clearly, you just try to break it down. And expectation, exactly, but it's expectation of the favor back. So, like,
But
you
it's not
don't
a
need to say
favor.
it's not
So
not by the, but by the means of what favor, what we use it for, the
yeah,
word. It doesn't qualify, but it's what it is.
and if
You
you
give
look at it,
someone something,
yeah, but if
so
you
it's
look at it,
either a deal or a
but
favor.
it's not a deal, because again, it's still, you need the people to it's still not an agreement. You agree with people that
It's not a deal. That's why there's no agreement. So that's why it's not a deal. That's why it's more
yeah.
a favor that you should return, because favor, it just fits more because it's a deal. Like, I give you something, you give it back. That's how it goes. That's the thing. What it is, and then
But
but there's no agreement.
there's no agreement of giving it back. It's only your
That's why
expectations,
it's not
and
a
there it,
deal. That's why it's not really a deal. I would call it a deal, but it doesn't really fit it. But that's why deal or a favor in another sense, like, not in a sense that we would use, but it still
but
fits. Like,
if you look at that, it all comes from your expectations. So you give something
no, no,
to
no. The
someone,
expectation. You expect something. You
yeah,
accept something for something.
yeah,
It's You expect
and
the
if
favor to be returned. You
yes,
expect the deal to be completed.
yeah, but
So
it's all
expectation doesn't need to be said. Of course, you expect it,
yeah, but so
but
it's
what do
it
you expect is the deal
yes,
or the favor.
yeah, but yeah, so but there's no deal, and there were no deal or favor made, so it's
What do you call it?
that. Look at, so the expectation, you give something to someone and you expect it back, and
Huh?
and this whole thing was created. Next time you're gonna be disappointed when this person doesn't do the same for you because of your expectation. So if you didn't have that expectation, there
I
would not
understand. I'm
there
not
would
saying that expectation is not involved. I'm
so
saying that expectation is not the issue.
it was the issue.
It's something doesn't get returned. Like, how do you call that if you give someone a certain thing and you expect the same value back? What do you call that?
Probably a favor. That sounds like
That's
a
what you
favor.
do. You are nice to someone, or you give them something. That's a value that, an effort that you do. It's either just a gesture or a physical thing, material, whatever, and you expect the same value back. So if you think that you being nice to someone is a great deal for you because, I don't know, because you are not a nice person, and you are still nice to someone and they are not nice back, then so you expect a lot from those people. So you expect them to, they know that you are not nice and you are nice to them. You expect them to return it either with being very nice or with gifts or, whatever.
But it's all about your expectations. So if
But the
they
expectation of what? That's my point. That it's not the issue. You have expectation. You expect something. You expect the favor or the deal to be completed.
but there was never a deal, so the other person doesn't know. You have your expectations, an inner thing. The other person doesn't necessarily know that you have these expectations.
We do.
So
We do. We
we
do.
do.
We do. Come on. That comes automatically. That's what I'm saying. That was the example. Let me go again. So if you are nice to someone and they are not nice to you, then don't you feel that they owe you to be nice because you were nice with them? No, come on, you never felt that.
Yeah, but
Like,
then there's
wait,
there's
hold on,
some
I was nice to you.
this,
Why are you
yeah.
nice with me?
Yeah, so it's easy to make such expectations, like, well, and because we
So
expect
you feel like
people
they
certain
owe you.
things.
You feel like they owe you to be nice. And
But in the same way,
who do you
you
owe?
can expect
Who,
everyone to be nice to you. Inner thing. So like, let's say I expect everyone to be nice because, like, let's say I'm nice to everyone. So obviously I expect everyone
but
to be
it's not
nice
the
to me.
issue that you expect everyone to be nice. That's not the issue. And most people don't expect everyone to be nice because you grow up and you see how people are and they are just not nice automatically. And
Let's
again,
say that you,
this all happens subconsciously.
yeah.
I'm not saying that anyone thinks this, but still, people, and I'm sure yourself, if like, let's say, you give someone something and they are rude to you, after that, you go like, I mean, I just gave you something. It's not that you don't even give it back. You don't even be nice to me, you know? Like, that's the least you should do. I'm sure you, even if you didn't think that, because you must have anyway, but you must have heard someone saying that I gave you something, at least be nice to me.
But so
That's
here
either a
I would
favor
look
or
at
a
the
gift.
how it is not your deal. So like, just your expectations. Like if I am gonna bring Hector because it's a really good example for most of these kind of things. So
Yeah, why was I
when
thinking of him too?
yeah, because he is such a selfish person. He's a kind of rare find.
Okay,
Uh,
go on.
and like, when I do nice thing to Hector, I do not expect him to do anything. There's no deal, no favor, no nothing. And
Why?
why would I expect? Because I know Hector, so I know there's
Yeah, again,
nothing
but
to
again,
expect
you
there.
know Hector. Like, and you are not really a normal person. Like, bad example.
Doesn't matter. So, but he
It does, it does, it does.
then does.
If you're nice to someone,
I
you
don't
expect
care
them
if
to be
it
nice to
does.
you. Yeah,
Then does.
that's what I'm
I don't really
saying.
care.
It doesn't work with people like that. So
Okay.
you are not really a good example. No
It's not
offense.
an
You are just,
example. It's not an example. I'm just telling you
but you
something.
are a bad
But I'm
example
not an
because you are not
example.
like a normal person.
But I'm not an example.
Hmm.
I'm just telling you this. So then it would be that I wouldn't really expect anything from Hector because I know him. And still doesn't stop me from, and here comes me being me, and this still doesn't stop me from, um, being nice to him and supporting him.
But you are nice
Uh,
to everyone, even though they are bad to you. And it sounds like
yeah,
an example, and it is a bad example.
and so here comes that you choose your expectations. So it's an unconscious thing. You're right about this, but you can go unconscious, and you can go there and like, okay, kind of set your expectations. But the same thing with everything. I'm talking about this for like 15 years. How important it is to keep your expectations in check, and the usual thing that the least you expect, the least disappointed you're gonna get. So it's about this mental longing we create, and this is part of this
Bad
longing.
businessman. Bad businessmanship. Bad.
Why?
Like, because you are not like other people. You are not like normal people out there who could, who we are talking about. Like, if you are a businessman, you don't give stuff away for free unless you have a scheme that involves it. Like, if you sell stuff, you don't give it away for free. You give it away for money. That's
Okay.
how people work. That's how business works. And you probably would be a very bad
I
businessman
mean,
because
you got me right there.
you
I'm not a
care about
businessman.
people.
I'm not a
Sorry?
businessman, yeah. So I mean, probably there is a certain
No, no, no,
businessman.
no, no. I'm not saying that you are, but that's how business works, and